Hello and welcome to Wednesday night. Happy New Year. So I hope you've all had a beautiful Christmas and New Year period, a happy and safe one at that. I can see there's a few people coming in. Don't forget to say hello. Let me know you're here watching as well. We just do a quick couple of hellos. Of course, my mum's first off the rank. Hey, mum. We have Kylie. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, going. Hey, beautiful Nat. Hey, Joanna, how are you, honey? Kelly, I will go back and read your comments very shortly. Tiffany's here. Kim, how you going, hun? Okay, can you hear me now? Can't see or hear you yet. Okay, we do seem to be having some buffering issues tonight. I have turned my extra internet on, hoping that it might pick that up as well. So let me know in the comments if you can hear that saying frozen picture. All right, can hear you. Am I buffering to you all, or is it just Nat that's not see you, can hear you, but frozen my end? All right, let me just play with the internet for a second. That's got enough power in it. Oh, goodness. All right. You are frozen, but we can hear you. I might just drop out and drop back in. So let's try that. All right. How are we going now? Can we hear and see me? Happy New Year, Kelly. Thanks, honey. Can post comments here. All right. So Jenny is here. Jen. How you going, honey? I can see and hear you in the green screen. Okay, so you can see me down there. Beautiful, because I can see me as well. My camera is set right. I think it's going to be internet issues by the look of it. I'm just trying. Are you having some issues, Ross? I think so. Saying that's better. Excellent. All right. Wonderful. So hopefully you can all see me and hear me okay now. So as I was saying, Happy New Year. Hope everybody has had an amazing Christmas period. Can see you. Beautiful. Thanks, Diane. It's just purple. Honey, for those that are having trouble with the purple screen, maybe shut it down and reopen it and see if that helps. I'm seeing and hearing you. So Roz can see and hear me working now. All right. So beautiful. So it seems like it may have fixed itself. Facebook stopped broadcasting when you can learn more about. Okay. Seems there could be some issues going on. Much better. Excellent. I'm not going to touch anything. So you guys can see me and hear me. Perfect. All right. So just quickly, a bit of housekeeping before we jump into readings tonight. I do ask people to help me spread the love. Invite your friends and family to join in. If you are watching anywhere besides My Time TV, or if you're over on Leanne Winston Psychic Medium, I should be able to see your comments now. Watching from YouTube, I am seeing your comments as I'm seeing Kelly's here. And I have got LinkedIn hooked up, but it is telling me that I have to reply through LinkedIn to get that done. So fingers crossed that it will. Sorry, I'm just looking at the internet. It will be up and running next time with that. Okay, my computer has updated to Windows 11 and I really don't know much about it. Just seeing if I can go over to my other internet. Show available internets. I have got it turned on. Sorry guys, just bear with me. Hardware protected and disconnect. No, don't want to disconnect. It's picking up every other device in my house bar my internet. Okay. Show available networks. All right. Gotta love technology. All right, we might bear with it because that looks technical. Too technical. All right. Okay, so it looks like people can hear and see me, sort of thing. Nat would love a birthday message card for yesterday, please. And thank you. I hope you had a lovely birthday, honey. I hope your family spoiled you. So let's do that before we get started on other things. And I'm losing half the deck. Mum's keep telling me I keep freezing. All right, I'm not sure what I can do about it. Just let me yell at my husband and see what internet they're using. Paul, are you using internet?
Yeah.
I'm freezing. Could you watch something on mainstream for a moment? I didn't even give it a thought that my husband's watching YouTube on the big screen, so that could be what is going on. But it is saying that Facebook stops broadcasting. So, and the cat is popping in. All right. So, Nat, the card I have pulled for you is the tree card. So, reconnect to Mother Earth, grounding and brings balance. Take time to restore your energy. Slow down, honey. Take a deep breath. Focus on what you're working towards and ground yourself while you are doing that at the same time. Does it seem better, guys, now? Is it still, guys and girls, is it still freezing? If you could let me know in the comments, that would be really good because I didn't even give that a thought that there seems to be issues with that. I can... Okay, hey, Regina, how you going, honey? Hi. While I just wait for those comments to come through, what are you guys feeling with this beautiful energy, this shift that has come through? Jonah's saying it's still frozen. It might just take a moment, hon. Let's see what happens. All right. Happy New Year to you too, Kelly. It is frozen on both pages. We'll see how we go. If it becomes too big an issue, we might have to just stop the broadcast early. I'm not sure what else I can do about it at this stage. It's better. Rashina's saying it's better. Can hear. It's just the picture that keeps freezing. Okay, so as long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. All right. So that's a good start. Communication is all we need. Okay, beautiful. So on Rashina's side of the world, it's working better. All right. So I just wanted to touch on this energy and what we are going to expect over this next 12 months. There has been a lot going on. You're welcome, Nat, for the card. It's still freezing. All right. So we have been going through some major shifts, and we get what I call the overlay energy, where 2021 energy and 2022 energy comes together, usually in December, January sort of thing. So you may find that the energy is starting to evolve and move for you, but you've also got the older energy that's sort of hanging around as well. So a few more days, we should start to feel the last bit of this energy shift through. But I do feel like there is a real excitement to this energy for 2022. So if you are finding that you're being tested at the moment, you need to go back within and you need to do the work on yourself. If you are finding that you've already done that work on yourselves and moved a lot of that energy, let go of what no longer serves a purpose, you are going to find that things are going to start to move really quickly. And we are in a time of empowerment at the moment, and there's no better time to make choice on choosing us, to invest in ourselves, to know what it is we're working towards and have that clear focus. Now, I mean, bring it back in within yourselves. Okay, it's time to start putting ourselves first, then putting everybody else first. And when we do that, we're going to have what I call that flow-on effect. So we're going to see major changes happen. We are ready for it. You've done a lot of the hard work in the past, and some of you do have that work to do. So, like I said, if the challenges are coming up, this is your time to take time for you. Don't get in the head. Don't find yourself going back into old patterns, because that is the old energy. All right. So I can see there's a lot of questions coming through for readings. Please, guys, do help me share the love. Invite friends and family to join in as well. And do also keep your questions direct as well. Now, we do have a couple of the beautiful members down in the green room. I'm going to bring Jen up in a second to say hello to her and see how her Christmas was. But if you want to become a yearly member, I do have the specials on at the moment, and you've probably seen them posted on my Facebook page. For those that don't want to pay for the full membership, I have now set up a mini membership that's $10 a month or $97 a year, depending on how you want to pay for it. And you will get access to these lives on screen with me, like the beautiful Jen has, and also meditations and different things as well. All right, so let's bring Jen up and say hello to her. I've got all sorts hiding there in the middle. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you going?
Really well, and you? I'm just going to turn my volume down a little bit. I obviously was blasting somethings today. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah. Where are you hiding?
I'm wrong way. I'm house sitting a friend's place in town, so he's got a really nice apartment on South Terrace, and
beautiful.
My house is a bit of a nightmare, so I'm like, no, you know what? He was like, oh, do you want to stay at my place for 3 weeks? So I'm not there, and I was like, yes, I do.
Not going to say no to that one.
I know. It's been really nice. It's a nice little staycation, and he's got a balcony that looks over Ville Gardens. So
I was going to say,
it's
it
really
seemed
nice.
like you were higher up with the views.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I mean, it's raining, and so it's all foggy and everything. You can't see anything, but yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
It's a bit like that here in the hills. It's been drizzling on and off all day. I've actually got like a long coat on because I'm cold.
Other than when I left
the heater on.
Other than when I left the house at about 6 this morning, and then I came back probably about 7:30 to go to the gym. I haven't left. I took the rubbish downstairs for a quick breather, and I'm just like, oh my God, it's just been go today. And I'm incredibly frustrated because I'm trying to use this system, and you know when things are just meant to work, and then they don't work, and
cool technology.
It's a new. I mean, it's not even just technology; it's the system. It's like, okay, so if you do this, it should bring up these figures, or it should do this. It should calculate it automatically, and it's like, why have you excluded these things? I don't understand, and I don't know how to fix it, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was having that trouble because I'm setting up a new program at the moment that I'm hopefully will release tomorrow, and it's just like, I've set that up in that before, but it just doesn't want to go today, sort of thing. So, gotta love it. So, and did you have a lovely Christmas and New Year's?
I did. So it was nice having this place because it meant that a lot of the people that usually I'd go out somewhere to see them, I was like, no, come here and hang out. And so it was all very COVID safe, which is very nice.
Beautiful.
Just chilled out and caught up with a few people. And I mean, I hate New Year's. Doesn't anyone actually like New Year's Eve?
I actually was in bed before midnight, so I hit the wall, I think, about 10:30.
I think I had my friends around, and I think about 12:05, they were like, okay, bye, we're going.
I love it.
But it was really nice.
Yeah, that's it. And it's funny because I always try to stay up and see the new year in, and I rang mum and dad the day after, and they pretty much made the new year in, and I'm like, they beat me. Usually it's me ringing them at midnight, waking them up. I love it.
Yeah, we went out on the balcony and we could see all the fireworks along the coast. So we're like, those ones are like the ones down at, I think we could see from Henley and then Glenelg and then Brighton and then maybe Noarlunga. We saw some.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and then we saw some in the hills and some random ones all over the place. Like we're just standing there, we're like, there's some. And yeah, so it was really
that would
nice.
have been absolutely beautiful. My husband would love to live in an apartment in the city. So.
Look, I thought I would like that too, but to be honest, I feel like I'm in a bit of a box.
Yeah, that's what I would be afraid of, because I would want to open windows sort
Yeah.
of thing, and I wouldn't I would want every bedroom to have a window like we normally do sort
Yeah.
of thing. So,
He's got windows, but they open about that much. And you know
yeah,
what's a really
not
good
enough.
thing? Fly screens. Fly screens are
Oh,
amazing, but they obscure the view, and so it doesn't look as good. But I don't want to open the balcony or the windows, because especially at night, like, it just attracts all the moths and everything else. Like, there have been a
yeah,
few times at night where I've been out on the balcony reading, and I've turned on the light so that I can see, and you
yeah.
just see all the bugs just up against the window, and I'm like, oh well, I'm not going to open the window, am I? Like,
No, not to let them
so
in.
no,
Beautiful.
no,
Yes, one thing we're lucky on this house is screens on doors type
yeah,
of thing, so it's hard to open up and let the fresh air in at
yeah.
night. So, did you have a question
Yeah.
you'd like to ask, hun? We could talk all night. We know that.
I know. Do I have a question? Not really. Am I going to get this bloody system working?
You're gonna get the dagger out of it.
I'm just like,
That's it. Maybe you need the dagger to sort it out.
oh, don't say that. I'm going to take my laptop and throw it against the wall.
I have threatened that lately. So I pulled a card for you anyway, and it was the dagger card. So it's about protection, the courage, surrounding yourself, break free from the negative cycles, release the unwanted attachments, which I think you're doing that anyway. So
yeah.
keep letting that energy go, and watch how things will shift very quickly. So
It's such a funny thing, but I think there's a lot of power in cutting things that don't serve you anymore. And I'm a terrible person. I feel really bad for doing it. There's one friend in particular who, every time that I catch up with her lately, it's just a bit of a challenge.
yeah,
And I've just had to take a step back, and I'm like, no, I'm not enjoying our catch-ups, and as much as I want to help people, I'm going to be a little bit selfish and just,
that's it.
yeah.
I think we're going to see more of that energy come in 2022, because it's kind of like when we keep giving and not receiving back, that sort of wears a bit thin. But when you've got that negative energy with it as well, that also brings our energy down type of thing, pulls on what I call our batteries sort of thing. So I know my patience isn't there with people as much as it used to be. I reckon through probably mid-December onwards, it was just like, oh my God, Leanne, this isn't you. You don't think this way. You don't react this way, sort of thing. But I'm finding like I had, like I was in bed sick yesterday, but it's kind of like, bugger everything. I need to nurture me at the moment, sort of thing. And I think Spirit's getting very good at kicking my ass and to do that. So I think we're going to see a lot more of this energy come through this year, where we are going to start to put our needs first and focus on what we need, rather than worry about other people's feelings and emotions and stuff like that. So it's finding a balance.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing at the moment. Find balance.
Yeah.
That's it. So we've got a few happy New Years coming here. So thank you to everybody.
Did you manage to get some rest over the holiday period?
Yes. I felt guilty, but then I got over that quite quickly.
Good.
Because I turned my phone off on, I think it was the 23rd of December, my work phone, and I didn't actually turn it back on until yesterday morning when I came back to prepare for coming back to work today. And I sat on the computer, and I think I had like 21 messages from people. And halfway through the day, it was like, my head's just pounding. I'm going to bed. And I just left it all sort of thing. I started ringing people back in the morning. I'm going, sorry, I haven't got back to you, but I've been out of the office on holidays. I thought, stop apologizing. You don't need to apologize. So, so I got a little bit of rest.
I think it's expected this time of year anyway. Like even some stuff that I'm sending out, I'm like, well, if I don't get a response, like, I'll be understanding of it, because it's just this time of year.
That's it, exactly. And people have got to realize that people do shut down for Christmas. I know my daughter's been waiting for a parcel that she ordered, I think it was a day before Christmas, and she got a notification today that they've only just sent it, like shipped it. I'm like, well, they're closed for Christmas. Oh, what do you expect? I think people get so used to being there 24/7 type of thing. But I did fight the urge to get on the computer during my Christmas break. I thought if I turn my screen on that's in front of me, that's it. I'm getting back into work stuff. So I really fought myself from sitting at this computer for the week and a half or whatever it was. But then, like yesterday, I think I overdid it with the watching of the screens sort of thing. Overload.
Very easy to do. Very easy to do.
That's it. So, but hey, I listened. I nurtured myself. I went back to bed, and then couldn't sleep last night. So
I had the same thing last night. I'm usually a really good sleeper, and then I woke up at about, I think, 2:30. I couldn't get back to sleep, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, actually, guys, let me know in the comments, are you experiencing the same thing? Because I have been doing this for about a week and a half, and my dad the other day rang me at 10 a.m. and woke me up, and he's like, what are you doing in bed? I'm like, I am not sleeping. I'm laying here. The other night, I heard 3 different news breaks on the radio, because my husband usually has the radio going lightly in the background. And I'm thinking, well, that's 3 hours I've laid here wide awake sort of thing. And it's happening night after night after night.
Wow.
So,
whereas I think I'm the opposite, because if it's just silent, my head like starts to go, like everything's like going on. So I actually go to sleep with news bulletins on. And I just tune it out. Like I sort of start listening, and then it just tunes out, and then I fall asleep within about 2 minutes. So,
it's crazy, isn't it? I actually said to Dad, I think I'm going back to work early because I need to wear myself out to force myself to sleep. Didn't work though.
If it keeps up, I've heard of a special tea that can help with sleeping. So if it keeps up, I'll check on you next week if I'm
all right. And I might need the name of that because I want
I'll see if I can find the details, and I'll message it to you.
Yeah, I need a notepad beside the bed, because when I lay there awake for an hour or two, I'm very focused, not on thinking. But then all of a sudden I think, well, stuff this on board. I might as well think, and I should be writing down ideas.
Yeah. I tend to do it because I think I'm going to forget something, and so I'm like, must remember. Whereas if I have something to write it down in, then I'm like, well, it's down now, so I don't need to remember it. So,
yeah, that's it. Exactly. So beautiful. All right, honey. Well, it's a pleasure seeing you as normal.
You too. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Happy New Year to you too. And hopefully your house is sorted very soon.
It won't be. That's another long saga, but anyway.
A big stick. Poke him.
I need a big, pointy, multi-pronged, sharp thing to
extra power for zap.
Yes.
That's it. So beautiful. All right. Well, fingers crossed very soon. All right, honey. Good to see you. Take care.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay. Bye. Excellent. I love when we can swap houses occasionally like that. All right, I can see there's lots of comments coming through. I'm just going to grab a couple, and just wherever I did click on that and it moved, wherever spirit draws me to, and then I will drop down into the other 2 beautiful ladies in the green room as well. So for Dee, you're asking for some guidance, honey, because it's a general question. I've pulled you a card. The card is the Stag card, and it's very much about observing, listening to, and looking at the bigger picture of what is going on. So you may need to take a step back out of the energy to see what that bigger picture is. There is more here than meets the eye. So look beyond to see the bigger picture there. All right. Kylie is tagging Wendy, thank you. And she's also tagged Jess and Jacko. Honey, I'm going to pull you a card for sharing. Thank you, honey. I really do appreciate it. She's also done Tiffany as well. Now, honey, the judgment card has come out for you, and it's very much about not knowing the pathway others have walked, but watch the mindset, watch the motivations. No judgment is required. Now, with this card, I always say it doesn't always mean judgment for others. It can mean the judgment that we put on ourselves at the same time. So I'm just trying to get the light in a better space for that one. So that is for you, honey, and thank you for sharing the love as well. All right, let's quickly bring up Alicia and say hello to her.
Hello.
Hey, gorgeous. How you going? Oh, I love the pink hair. Are you feeling colourful at the moment?
Yeah. Colourful and worn out.
and it's only in the middle of school holidays. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah. Did you guys all have a lovely Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah, well, I was sick over Christmas. So I stayed away just in case, but I'm fine.
Oh, no. Yeah. There's a bit of that going around.
Yeah. So just in case. But yeah, New Year's was different to normal and quiet, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet can be good sometimes. We get to nurture ourselves a little bit more in that sense. So, and what's keeping you busy?
Oh, just the day.
Yeah, I can relate to that. It was a flat out day today. I sat down to have tea and I went, I'm not finished your work yet. I've got to keep going. So beautiful. Did you have a question, honey, you'd like to ask?
Always my same old question about where's my husband, but no, probably most because today has been a whirlwind.
Oh, sorry, you cut out then. What was that last
I was going to say, I always want the same question, but probably what I need to know the most because today's been a whirlwind and a half and I'm over it.
Yeah, okay. Well, the card I have pulled for you, honey, is the house card. So find your own space, and there you will feel comfort and safety, the safetiness of it all. So go back within, go back into your energy rather than the energy around, because I do feel like you're being pulled in multiple directions at the moment as well. Have that clear picture of what it is that you're working towards, because I feel that's been sort of shifted a little bit, that focus, without it meaning to be sort of thing. So just get the reference to go back into that, stand in your power and just reground yourself in that. Okay. It doesn't surprise me that things are being a bit up in the air because there is that sort of energy at the moment. And it's funny because I really feel like a lot of us are being pulled back into our spiritual side of it. And, over the many years or many lifetimes we've had or been given the tools to deal with what is to come moving forward sort of thing. So it's going back deep within, finding that alignment again, bringing that balance back in. But I get it's going to be okay. So I feel like it's like a bit of a final push in that sense. So trust in the journey, surrender to the energy and just let it flow. And when you do that, I think everything is just going to start to balance out over the next week or two. All right. Have you applied for a job just recently? What's the application?
Not an application as such, but I've had a few messages lately with inquiries, and there's one that I'm pretty confident 6 people tagged me in the same post, and she messaged me. I'm pretty sure if she can be satisfied that things are okay, I think I'll end up with a job, and then I've got a job that's they've pretty much said is like mine, but I just need to meet the family in person first.
Yeah, perfect. Because I feel like I've had the job application, like the process thing, and I get the reference to it's positive.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you end up with more than you can handle.
Well, that's
more than you have time for. And then, this comes in and the focus is going to be more around the bigger picture, the home this year, this sort of thing. So I don't know if that ties in with your timeline, but by the end of the year, the focus will be there.
Excellent. That's what someone else said to me the other day. They reckon August.
Yeah. I'm feeling like it's late in the year too. So
and I was like, that's good because with the current state of things and my chaotic little bubble, that was very questionable as to whether the savings history and track record would be maintained, but I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, you will be. I've got a
Yeah.
good feeling with it. So to me, it's
Awesome.
going to flow nicely in that sense. All right, honey. Oh, beautiful. Lovely to see you. Give love to Mum and Nana for us. She's
I
doing well.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw her today.
Wonderful.
She was going out with my uncle who's taking her to in-laws
Aw.
for afternoon tea.
Oh, lovely. She's getting
Yeah.
spoiled.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, will you take care and reground yourself?
I will.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome, honey. Good to see you.
Thanks.
Bye for
Bye.
now. And that's the thing, we have this energy that is moving so quickly that things are going to stir up. So I believe we just got to take things head on, keep grounded, keep that clear head and stay focused. Don't let ourselves go back into old habits, because we do that quite easily. And we don't, if we can stay on that focused, direct path, we're not going to bring the more havoc into it either. All right, I'll bring Dee up in a second. We'll just grab a couple more messages. Sarah, hey, gorgeous. Hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year. She says, hi, beautiful. Happy New Year. Any messages from me? From my guides, I'm trying to think hard about what to manifest this year. Stop thinking so hard, honey. It will come naturally. So take a breath, go back within, do your meditation. And my feeling is that it is going to come more to the forefront. My computer's telling me I'm about to go live at 9 p.m. and it's after 9 p.m. and I'm not too sure what that's about, but that doesn't matter. So, things going to move forward quite quickly for you, honey. So I get the reference, focus on family and watch how things evolve there. So all the very best there as well. Rashina, what do you predict for 2022 we can look out for? Lots and lots of positive changes, honey. Like I said before, we need to do the hard work on ourselves, let go of the old ways, the old systems, the old habits, the old mindset, and invest in ourselves. And that's a big thing I'm saying to people at the moment. Invest in yourselves, whether it's about educating yourself more, it's about, taking care of you, nurturing your body, your soul, your mind, bringing that balance back within. And when we do that, we're going to find that things will move quite quickly. All right. I do feel like I want to put work in front of you, honey, this year. And I do feel like it's going to accelerate in that way. So all the best. It may take a couple months for that to kick in, is the reference I get there. Julia says, any messages for me, please? I've been feeling a positive energy regarding finance. Keep that focus, honey. I keep saying to people lately, see yourself where you want to be 12 months down the track, what it is you want to manifest, whether for me it's a beautiful, open, airy, spacious home that's ours. See yourself living that stuff. So whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, allow yourself to dream about it, but actually see yourself living it, all right? Because that way you're going to create that shift. You're going to move that energy and things will flow in that way. But I do get there is positive coming this year. I feel change is coming and financial flow will come with that change. Just in that for general, for everybody, sit and meditate, open your heart space up and give yourself permission to receive, okay? Because quite often we are blocked. We shut that energy down. We try too hard. We get too far out of whack. And we just need to bring that balance in. Know we are worthy and that we are open to receive and allow that energy to flow. All right, let's jump down to Dee and say hi to her. Hey,
Hello.
Happy New Year. How you going?
Good.
That's good. And you survived Christmas?
Oh, yeah, it was a long drive.
I bet it was. Well, hopefully without too much drama, because I know you were sort of expecting some.
A few, about a week beforehand, up until I think the week of, a couple of days ago, just been talking to like I'm a piece of crap.
Yep. Okay.
And
how'd you handle that? Let's go further into that, if that's okay.
at one stage I turned around and said, don't come here if you're going to talk to me like that.
Good girl.
I've had enough.
Yep.
You know, I don't talk to you like that, so don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well
end
done.
of story. A couple of times Grandma had to step in, my husband had to step in. Yeah, just biting my head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one thing I'm finding at the moment is the more we let people get away with treating us in certain ways, the more they thrive on it, the more it's going to happen. So we are going to be pushed to speak up, to stand our ground and demand that respect. So when we do shut them down and let them know that we don't have room for that negativity in our life, it's going to make them go back within. So by shutting her down and not letting, like, playing into that energy, you're not empowering her. You're cutting her down type of thing. And she's got to get to the stage where she's going to realize, like, shit, this bullshit isn't working anymore. I can't keep doing this sort of thing. And the other thing is, it's their problem. It's not yours. That is a big thing to remember.
I had a lot of, like, when we got home, I said, I want to do this, this, and this with my house.
Yeah.
And it was, no, you'll do it this way. And I'm like, excuse me, my house, I do what I want, thank you.
Yeah. That's
and
it.
it was
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
And then we went to Dad and we tried Dad, and Dad just backed me up. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, this is our house. We're working hard for it.
That's it.
And if I want to put a jungle gym inside the middle of my house, I'll put a bloody jungle gym in the middle of my house.
Exactly.
If I want your opinion, I'll rattle your cage. I kind of stuffed that one down, and I did it politely.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. And that's the thing, like, all we can do is stick in, like, come from the heart, stand our ground, and mirror that energy back at them, because I know myself, I'm finding it to be exhausting when you've got to put up with that stuff sort of thing.
It is. It wears you down to where the point where you sit around and go, what the hell have I done?
Yeah.
And then I question everything about me. You know, eating's out of control, my stress is out of control, my anxiety's out of control. And I'm going, what the hell?
Yeah, that's it. And that's where we've got to put that mirror up that you've heard me talk about before. So you see the mirror in between yourself and them, with the reflective side facing them. So when they're pushing that energy onto you, it mirrors back, sort of thing. But I know myself, I don't have patience for the bullshit anymore. Well, lately, that may change. But lately, I just, like, if there's bullshit, I'm pulling back. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to be in the middle of it. It's not my issue, sort of thing. So, and I think Spirit, in a sense, is pushing. Well, I feel like Spirit's pushing me to raise above it. I can't keep nurturing those energies in that way. So, you know, it is about finding balance. It is not learning to know that we don't have to, you know, put up with that. We don't have to give them permission to treat us that way, because we've done it for so long in the past. So,
exactly.
We've got to stand in our power. We've got to stay focused. And you've heard me talk about the difference in the groups of energy before, where we've got the high energy, the low energy, and over time, well, the last couple of years, it's become a little bit more balanced. I feel 2022 is going to have that major split again, sort of thing. So we are going to see a lot more of the victim energies come out, the reactions, the harsh reactions and stuff like that. So it's just not taking it on.
I just find it, I take one step forward, I might get to 2 steps, and then I'll take a little step back, and I'm thinking, no, keep going forwards. But it's I've just had enough, you know. I'm sick of being told, look, 14 years ago this happened. Okay, I went off the rail 14 years ago. I got help, and I've done the best I can. Just because that happened 14 years ago does not mean I don't have an opinion. Doesn't mean I'm not valid.
Exactly. That's it. And you know what? 14 years ago, that needed to happen for a reason. That's
It
the
did.
past. It can't keep getting thrown back at you.
No, and that's what I've tried to say to them is, look, you aren't to blame. Your sister's not to blame. No one was to blame but me. I chose to do it because no one was listening to me.
Yep.
I took drastic actions, and yes, I was impulsive. Yes, it could have been fatal, but
Yeah.
I found out I was bipolar, and I took 2.5 years of therapy to get to where I was.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I'm not going to go backwards.
And from that, she should take that it takes work to get that. You've done the work on yourself and helped yourself. Why can't she help herself? What's blocking her?
Exactly. She's too wrapped up in, but everybody else in the world's to blame. And it's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think the more we get wrapped up in situations, the deeper we lose ourselves in it, sort of thing. And that's where I'm at the stage where I go, okay, well, that's your thing. I'm not involved in it. I understand, but I'm not going to take it on, sort of thing. It is setting boundaries.
It is. And it's very hard. It's sad, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Particularly when it's your own kids, because
Yeah.
you're a
Very
mum
hard.
and your heart automatically goes, but you've got to step back. You've got to not do it, or it destroys everything you've got.
Oh, that's it. I know this mum's getting very short-tempered and frustrated with crap. My daughter was being a little bit over-opinionated the other day, and I'm just like, I think it was the third thing in about an hour she'd said, and I'm just like, shut up. And I said it nicely, and she took it as I was being nasty and attacking, and I'm like, no, I'm just sick of hearing the whining, and it's nonsense talk. I've come here to sit because we went to my parents and sat on the houseboat while they did some fishing. And it was like, I've come here to relax, to enjoy the company, the fresh air, the sunshine, recharge my batteries, not to hear this nagging voice constantly being a little bit too.
They change their tone to this whining, incessant, and it grinds you.
It does. It wears you out. And I'm finding at the moment, the way the energy is, stuff like that brings me down, like gets to me really quickly, where I've just got to go, enough is enough, sort of thing. So, pardon me.
There's a certain tone that mine gets. And it's like, it grinds on my nerves. And it's like,
that's it. And I know my mum's still watching, but I'm sure I wasn't like that as a child.
I definitely wasn't. I was a horrid child. I know I was horrid.
I was just so perfect. I keep telling that, and they laugh at me. So I'm giving mum no more than 30 seconds to type. Yeah, right. I'm baiting her. I love
my
it.
mum is. I bet you my mum up there, I admit, I was horrid to her.
Yeah.
How she put up with me as a child, I'm friggin' hell do I know.
Yeah, I'm sure I challenged my parents a bit too, but we won't admit that too loudly.
It is, but my mum would be absolutely rolling over in her grave if she was in a grave. She would be rolling over. She would be disgusted. She would be just had enough.
Yeah.
You know? But
yeah, that's it. There we go. It took her a bit longer to type. Mum says you weren't allowed to be like that. I wasn't like that. That's the point I'm making.
No, because we got a bloody good hiding.
We got a strap across the legs back then. My brother broke all the wooden spoons, so it was definitely the strap. We were having this conversation
you just weren't
the other
allowed
day.
to back answer your parents. You weren't allowed to say, well, no, you'll do it my way or else.
Yeah, that's it.
You weren't allowed to throw a tantrum or...
Oh, no, that's it. We got sorted out quite quickly. Roz, that's why we get along so well, because we were both the perfect child. We can get ourselves into a bit of trouble.
When you're perfect in every way.
Yeah, exactly. I've always got room for more perfect, you know. Sure.
I am perfect now. It's taken years.
That's it. It's right here, right now that matters.
I'm 52 this year, so it's taken me 52 years to become so perfect.
Yeah. I was actually reading something the other day when you go into your path year number and the universal number.
Yeah.
And it said that between 50 to 100, I've become more creative, more determined, believing in myself, more of that stuff. I'm thinking, yes, I'm 50 this year. I'm looking forward to turning 50. Oh, something to look forward to.
Well, I'm 52 and it hasn't made my creativity any better.
Oh, it depends on your path year number. Mine's 11. I'm an 11, and which also becomes a 2. So you had to read both, but
Yeah.
then you put it with the universal year number. So it's going to make for interesting times. Mum says that's why kids are like they are now, because you can't do anything. Yeah,
You're not allowed to discipline. You're not allowed to do anything.
No.
You know, we got told the other day, and they said, "Oh, how sweet your kids use their manners." And I thought, bloody oath they do.
That's it. And that's one thing we've found going out and doing the markets, selling the crystals and stuff. Some of those kids are absolutely beautiful with their manners and stuff. And I always make it a point to go, oh my God, you've got such beautiful manners, to praise them for it. So,
Yeah.
and it makes me wonder sort of, how often do they hear that? Where, you get other kids stamp their feet and throw tantrums and won't do as they're told.
One of them does. One of them does do that, but I've got the 2 extra grandchildren down here at the moment, and I got warned, they will get stuck into each other. They will do this. They will do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you can fight, but it's not going to last. It's not going to have a very, very happy ending.
Yeah, that's
You start,
it.
I finish.
Exactly. All right, Han, well, we're nearly out of time. I could talk all night to you, to my lovely Inner Soul members. You know what I'm like. Did you have a quick question you'd like to ask?
No, I just, is the mental health going to be seen to shortly? I know she's going into hospital with the gynae side, but...
Yeah, that's a good thing, because I get the reference to the focus is going to be brought more to that, so they're going to see signs of that in there.
Okay, hopefully she'll get her gynae sorted out soon.
Yeah, behavioural changes. Makes me wonder hormonally how much that stuff can play on the mental health.
Oh, look, it must.
Yeah.
It must. I mean, it makes me moody around my period and stuff, so yeah, it must.
Yeah, that's it. So, I think it's a good thing that that's getting sorted, but I do get the reference to that side of it will draw attention in the way it needs to.
Good. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Right. You too, honey. Good to see you. Take care. Beautiful, hon. Bye. All right, excellent. Let's jump in here. Kim, owning my own home anytime soon. I feel the focus is going to come around that sometime later this year, honey, with that side of it. So, yes, I do. Okay, Simone, hey, honey, how you going? Okay, we'll move forward by myself. I'm not sure what you mean with that. And, okay. Is there any other comments? Spent last night and today crying. Is that because I needed to cancel from last night? Okay. I don't know what to say to that, hun. All right. I hope you feel better today, though. I'm certainly still feeling it. All right. Bridget. Bridget, hi, Leanne. My father-in-law sorry, honey. My father-in-law passed this morning. Before we got the call, I had a voice that woke me. Was that him or ? I'm so sorry, honey, for your loss. My heart goes out to you. And yes, I do feel that it was him letting you know that he was leaving the earth plane. And it's quite interesting how often that actually happens. All right. So I always say, trust your gut instincts. Trust where your thoughts first go in that way. So if that's the first thought you had, please go with that, okay? I'm not picking up on anybody else there that the voices come through from, okay? I love the fact that he was able to reach out within a very short time of his passing as well, okay? Nicole says, I got some healing done before Christmas. Well done, honey. How's it going? So hopefully it made your Christmas period a little bit easier. I know it was the first Christmas since you lost your dad, hun. All right, sending love to you, and I'm sure you'll be back in swing of work and everything very soon. Amy says, "Hi, Leanne. Really want love. Really would love to come through to me. Oh God, Hi, Leanne. Really would love someone to come through to me tonight. A very, very close loved one that passed. Hope she has some messages for me, and thank you." All right, honey. Who is a Cancer reference? Okay, I do have a female energy that passed way too soon, and I get the reference to Cancer. So whether she passed earlier than expected or the Cancer was more advanced than known, I get the reference to the hand on the heart, which is my sign for love and pride. But I also get the reference to the butterflies around you as well. So I don't know how you would relate butterflies to her, but I do get the reference to the signs are being put in front of you as well. Sorry, I'm still stuck on Simone's comment about what's going on. Honey, I know you get very much in your own head. Please don't. You're over analysing stuff, I think. All right, Diane, have we done one for you, hun? That is what we weren't allowed to do like that. Yeah, that's the thing with kids these days. Ross is saying it's lovely to be back into the flow of what is. It is, honey. I'm finding that my official first day back at work has been full on, and I guess it's like this every year where we do catch up, and my January is starting to look very hectic at the moment. Mind you, I do love that challenge, and I love the connections that we make at the same time. So after sort of pushing myself too far in front of the screen yesterday and sort of I don't want to say forcing the migraine, but not taking enough breaks, giving myself a rest after having that couple of weeks rest did take a toll on me as well. But I think I did 5 readings today, and it's just been non-stop. And I'm surprised I'm at the other end and still awake, but it's been good. Ruth says, how are you, ladies? I love heart. First time tuning into and would love a reading if drawn to. Very needed. They look like little upside down teeth. I love it. Ruth, welcome, honey. Don't forget to hit the follow button. Even over if you're watching from on My Time TV, jump over to Leanne Winston Psychic Medium. All right. Okay, so the card I have pulled for you, honey, is the butterfly card. Look for the signs, the confirmation from above. Your loved ones are around you. Okay. So my feeling is that do you get a bit of anxiety, hun? Because I actually get the reference to your anxiety is connected to your intuition. So Spirit's trying to get your attention. So when the anxiety kicks in, take note of what's going on in your life at that time. So that way, that's how they're getting your attention at the moment. Okay, things will settle. This is your year where it's going to be a lot more positive. Okay, all right. Where else am I landing? Wanda says, just want to say hi with my memo. Hey, honey, how are you going? All right, Bridget saying thank you. Guys and girls, I just also, Amy's saying yes. I'm not too sure, honey, to what that is too, but thank you. I do want to remind you that there are scammers out there. And unfortunately, I think I need to make that point with every live I do so they don't actually keep using my videos. So there are scammers out there using and pages, like creating pages with names that are very similar and close to ours, but taking our photos, our content and sharing it, and then approaching people offering free readings. The last one I heard about a few days ago was one with my name with an apostrophe each side of psychic and medium, asking people to offer them a free reading, but you need to sign up and put your credit card details in to pay for this movie before they give you the free reading. It's nothing to do with me. They are scammers. A proper professional will not approach you and offer you a free reading. I may offer it live on Facebook, and then, you might take it up that way. But I will never ask you for your credit card details unless you're booking through my website or my platform where I host all my workshops, which is called Podia. All right. And they are secured places with that. So I just want to make that point. I haven't seen anybody hang on. Speaking it out loud, I was going to say I haven't seen anybody do that, but there is one here saying, Mary, asking Kelly to send her a friend's request now. It may be a scam, honey. I don't know. It's not a name I recognise, but they do change the names all the time. Ruth is saying, thank you so much. So appreciated it. You are really welcome, honey. And it's good to see you on here. Please join in every Wednesday night at 8:30. And you can also, Roz is telling me she's banning them. Thanks, Roz. I really appreciate it. You can also join Roz and myself here at 8:30 on Friday night as well. So, Kelly, your comment caught my attention. Anything from my deceased father, please. Honey, whose birthday did... Oh, he's tickling my nose. Whose birthday did he pass near? Because I look at the timing of his birthday. So look at the timing of his passing. So whether it was around a birthday or a celebration, I get the reference to you get that tickle to nose as well. So when you find yourself doing that to that light tickle, please know that is his energy around you. And I do feel there is a lot of love and a lot of pride come through. I don't feel like he was always the easiest man to get along with, but I do get the reference to the love that is there. So he died a week after yours. So that's his way of letting you know of the timing of his passing as well. All right, honey. So can I leave you with that? Now, just before I forget, Roz and I will be in Mount Gambier in Border Town on the 19th through to the 21st of January doing readings. So if you're in that area and would like to book a reading, please do check out our event page. Hey, gorgeous Adair, how you going? Long time no see. It's good to see you, and Happy New Year to you too, by the way, honey. And then we are moving on the 21st of January through to, I think it's the 23rd of January. We will be back in Mount Gambier. So there we go, Roz. Thank you, honey. I knew that you would be on it very quickly. So do check out either on my page or Roz's page in our event pages. There are the links there to be able to book in for readings with that. I know I've still got a few available in Border Town, and I'm probably about halfway booked in Mount Gambier at this time, and expect they will start feeling very quickly with that side of it. I am going to release tomorrow a new one-on-one hang on, let me start again. Epic Live 6-week one-on-one mentoring program. So if you're somebody that is struggling and you're stuck with, like, you're finding it hard to move past the fear, the blockages, things have been a bit unsettled, you just feel like you're out of control type of thing, out of balance, struggling in relationships and stuff like that, check out that information. It is a 6-week course. You will get 6 one-hour sessions with me, and I will run those over phone or Zoom. And we're going to dive deep into the trigger points, what it is that is triggering that, and how we can sort of, like, I can help you change the mindset, give you the tools to use and put into practice. But you need to invest in yourself to be able to do that. And I do feel by making that investment money-wise, you are going to invest in making change, okay? I'm not here to do the work for people. I am here to support you, give you the tools, and help you move forward into much more of a beautiful, healthy, happy, balanced lifestyle where you can stand in your power and let the magic happen, sort of thing as well. So I will post that here. I'm not sure if I actually put it on Facebook tonight. I don't think I shared it. I will put it here on my Facebook page, Leanne Winston. Psychic Medium, and I also will drop it tomorrow into my website as well. So if you're interested in that, I do offer payment plans with that as well. I am also currently working on putting a business workshop together as well. So keep your ears open for those in business that want to step up in that way as well. Roz Mum says, thank you. Looking forward to it as well. Oh, she just wants a weekend away. Looking forward to our trip with us road trips coming. Yeah, we've got one nearly every month, I think it is. Where are we, Ros? We're Bordertown and Mount Gambier. Then we are, I think it is March, we are in Renmark. Whyalla and Port Lincoln, I think, is April. And then hopefully, if we can get across the borders, Broken Hill in May before I have my surgery and before the big Body, Mind and Psychic. Yeah, it is March. Thanks, Roz. Psychic Expo at the end of May as well. Port Lincoln, April. Yeah, perfect. I think we took February as a break because I have the Fringe shows on and I'm supposed to be in Melbourne. I think it's the 14th and 15th of February as well, or the 11th and 12th or something, whatever that weekend is, it's 3 days. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I have this funny feeling it's probably not going to happen in the sense of going across the border in that way. So, and February's going to be pretty busy as well. Yep, a big Psychic Fair Expo at Wayville in May. Fringe. I like it when other people know my diary. I love it. Between Roz and Mum, they keep me on track. Tash, Roz, look at this. Are you coming to Queensland anytime soon as all of those borders are open? We haven't got anything planned, honey, but if we can get enough interest up there, I'm sure Roz and I would love to get on a plane and come. If you've got friends, honey, that are interested in readings, we can make it happen. Hey, Sandra, will be there in May for sure. Excellent. I look forward to seeing you there if we don't see you before, honey. I actually got invited to Mexico yesterday. I got asked if I could go and do like a tour through some different states or counties or whatever they call them over there, more than likely by the end of 2022. So the lady's setting up an incredible business and wants me over there to do a few areas over there. So I am looking forward to that as well. I said I will say yes, it's definitely on the cards, providing everything falls into place. Roz said, I did see that from Tash. I'll leave that to you to lead me astray. Roz, it doesn't take much to lead you astray, and you me. Okay. Kim says, please come to Queensland, Sunshine Coast. Ladies, get people together, get names of interest, and we can certainly book stuff from there. So, we would certainly be very keen to do that. I've never been to Tassie. Nice option though, Kellyanne. Tassie is somewhere I want to come to. So ladies, if you've got people in your area and we can get probably 15, 20 readings per, like for myself and that for the Roz, we wouldn't hesitate to come into the area because that way it's going to cover costs and etc. in that way. So, with Queensland, we can certainly move, in between areas. I know things are a little bit spread out, but that's not a problem. We can do a couple of days in one area and then move to another area. Sandra, birthday. Is that your birthday as well in May, honey? Kellyanne says we have office space. Perfect, hon. I love it. All right, ladies, let's see what we can make happen. I know we are pretty set tight with our our calendars through to about May at this stage, and we haven't actually booked the last 6 months of the year yet. It's your mum's birthday and mine. So was Mum on the 23rd too, honey? I think she might have been. Ross says, I know someone with a houseboat. I know someone with a houseboat too. Ross is saying, dare. Oh, in Queensland, we do know somebody with a housemate. I was thinking my parents. Yes, beautiful Sandra, your mum's birthday is the 23rd, so I will keep her in my heart this year. All right. Kellyanne says we are currently in isolation, so hoping it will all buggers off. Yeah. I think we just need to learn to live with it, be as careful as we possibly can. I know my husband came home tonight and said that there was 3 train drivers that have tested positive after they've just put a whole heap of train drivers on notice. There's no shifts until they are vaccinated. So it will be interesting to see how it all plays out, but people just need to stay safe, be alert, and do, keep the masks on, wash our hands, do all that stuff that is driving us absolutely bonkers to stay as safe as we possibly can. Kelly says, hope to catch you next time, Leanne. Time for bed now. Good night. Yes, I'm really feeling it too. I'm exhausted tonight, so I'm going to head to bed as well. Just a reminder, guys, that if you do want to get a deck of our Inner Soul Oracle cards that myself and Deb had published back in May, please do jump over to Inner Soul Guidance .com.au, or else if you go to my website leannewinston.com, there is a link up the top with Inner Soul that will take you through to the page to purchase them. If you are in Mount Barker area, you can certainly make a time with me and come and pick up a deck from here. I have boxes of them home here as well. Thank you, Rosa, really appreciate that. As I said, tomorrow I will have the new course up online, so please do check it out. It is a bit of an investment, but it's investing you and making change to a positive, healthy year. And when we find balance, magic is going to happen this year in that way. Roz has also put my website up there. Thank you, Roz. Just a reminder, don't accept friends' requests if they're coming from me, because I'm not sending friends requests. And Deb says, thank you for the guidance. Power of positive thinking. It will go my way in a few weeks' time. It will, honey. Positive power. The power of the mind is huge. So wishing you all the very best. Lots of love to everybody. Stay safe. Try to stay positive. I know it can be a bit challenging. Focus on you. The focus needs to come back within. All the very best. Lots of love. And we will probably see you, hopefully. You'll join Roz and I Friday night.